Good job. Any of the pretty green ones? Look at the green ones. Is that really 17?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, you finished up over here. I'm gonna go start cleaning out the tack rooms and then working on that one center stall because we've got babies on the way. About 125 of them. I've got a tack room that could use a little bit of some TLC, and then we've got, I think my son did one stall already, but I need to do 2 more stalls and get them cleaned out. Here's my plan. Oh, it's a big plan. It's a big goal. It's a big dream. I don't know if it'll happen, but I can still dream, right? You guys have kind of heard me talk about in the future, maybe in about a year or so, what I'd possibly like to maybe add to our homestead. And so I'm kind of taking this entire year to do my research and to prepare, and then obviously kind of get ready if I do end up doing this. But the one thing that I would love to see potentially added to our homestead is a dairy cow, and I've talked about that a little bit, but I haven't gone completely crazy in depth. If I get a dairy cow, there's definitely a lot of work that I need to do to be ready for a dairy cow, and some of that includes getting our stalls ready and cleaned up for potentially a milk stand area, like a milk parlor area. And so I'm kind of taking this time to start to think about that and to get everything cleaned up and then shut down one of the stalls. We don't really leave our stalls open all the time. I do have one stall that I leave open for the goats to be able to get into, just to be able for them to get out of any inclement weather or anything of that. Right now I've got my cows locked over on that side of the field. I am kind of doing the rotation now, being that the grass is starting to grow and it's getting a little bit lush up here. So anyways, if I do that, I'm gonna take one of these stalls and we're gonna designate it specifically for a milk stall, milk stand area, my milking parlor, whatever you wanna call it. For right now, I've got a little bit of work to clean up because I also use one of my stalls specifically for our baby chickens. And I've got 125 baby chicks coming in a matter of days. So we gotta prepare for them. Yeah, so I did not really take you guys along the stall cleanup with me, mainly because I had both of my kids, not really kids anymore, teenage kids, helping me, and they were like, Mom, I don't really want to be in the camera. I'm like, cool, I don't blame you. Don't always want to be on the camera as well sometimes. This is the brooder for the baby chicks for right now. And then as the baby chicks get a little bit bigger, I'll take them out of the brooder and let them just be on the stall, on the ground. And then as soon as they're ready, as soon as they're big enough, and as soon as they have all their feathers, then I take them and then I will put them down into our back pasture down below, into the mobile chicken coop that we have down there in our chicken tractor. I'll show you some of the videos that we've done in the past, especially for the new viewers that are joining me now. Couple of videos ago, I think I talked about one of the trees that we had to get taken down professionally by our house because it was really too close, but they went ahead and mulched it up for us and left me a beautiful pile of wood chips, and that is what we use to help soak up a lot of the mud, especially around the water trough area. So we're spreading some of that right now just to keep all the animals and all their hooves nice and healthy and not muddy.
Is it bent?
No, it's not bent. I gotta take this clasp off, and you want to put it on.
That's what I'm asking, if the clasp is bent.
No, the clasp isn't bent. It's just it's just a little awkward. We're finally getting around to replacing the gate that our bull decided to think that it was a toy. Well, this is gonna be nice to be able to keep the cows from messing up this area. We get our meat chickens from Murray McMurray Hatchery. I highly recommend them. Their quality is just completely amazing. But not only are the chickens healthy, but they completely thrive between the egg layers that we've gotten from them as well as the meat chickens. We've had a couple of different types of meat birds from them. First batch that we got were the big reds, and we really like them. Their meat was definitely really dark. The last time and this time, we have really enjoyed the jumbo Cornish cross, mainly because they get big pretty fast and they fill up on the grass. I'll definitely put one of the old videos up top so you guys can see. I've had a lot of questions about our processing, and that's something that I might be comfortable filming this go around, and I will definitely put a disclaimer prior so that if anybody is not comfortable watching that process, I don't blame them. But for us, my job as a parent and my job as a homesteader is to be able to provide for my family and to do whatever it takes to make sure that my kids are eating the best that I possibly can. Now, we're not perfect. I'm not going to claim to be, but I do believe that everything that we raise and we grow has the best life. And that's something that I don't want to convince or try to argue with anybody else, but that is just what we do here on our homestead. I never really shared the processing aspect of it because I wasn't quite sure how it would handle, how people would perceive that. But there's another aspect to what I'm doing. And I think that if I can show that side of me and that side of something that I'm capable of, maybe it's going to give that encouragement to another mom who is uncomfortable doing something like that. But it's all about mindset to me. I mean, I know everything that we raise here is cared for 10 times fold. And I know that what we're doing for ourselves and for our homestead is 100% worth it. Basically, on making that decision, it's just a different thought process. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that my family is being cared for and given what they need to make it. And so, yeah, I don't need to convince anybody, and I don't need to argue. It's not my place. That's not my position. All I want to do is just show you guys a different way of living. But on a different note, check out what is getting ready to go into the compost pile. This is going to be amazing for our compost, and it is going to do nothing but good things for our garden, and I am so ready. I'm so ready. My goal in the next probably day or two is to go ahead and plan on getting my greenhouse squared away and ready to plant. That's coming. I'm very much ready to grow this year. So one of the next big projects that we have going on is we gotta till the garden. And that's something that I have been going back and forth with. My intentions for my garden is to actually have a no-till. However, I'm not ready for that right now. Right now, my main priority is to grow as much food as possible. And instead of starting the whole no-till, I am just gonna go ahead and just till it, and then I have a ground cover that I'm going to use, mainly because the weeds just really were out of control. So I'm gonna do what I can, the best that I can, but for right now, I do have to plan on tilling the garden soon. It's almost time.
Are you ready? You want to come on over? You want to come on over and be a happy cow?
Reba, come on, Reba. you guys for coming on a little bit of a homestead farm tour. I don't know what that was, but I did a lot of stuff behind the scenes that your eyes didn't see, and I am tired, so I'm calling it, and I gotta go in and figure out what I'm cooking for dinner. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old. Bye guys.